your host, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in realm and expands your mind one block at a time. I have a very special episode for all of you today. Realm News is trying something out that's new for the show by expanding it. I am going to start releasing a short episode on Tuesdays now. That will be around 10 to 15 minutes long. The goal of the Tuesday episodes are to be a supplement to the full-length episode that I will always continue to produce and release on Thursdays as regular. This Tuesday syndication will be called Realm News Flash and will be found all in the same podcast under the name of Realm News. This will have recent Minecraft news updates incorporated into the segment as well. That way, Realm News is more relevant. I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention so you're not caught off guard. Now, moving on, today's episode is very current. I am releasing it the day that is being produced. I have the pleasure of bringing back the Sun King to discuss the latest and only trailer that shows all of us the new A Minecraft movie for the first time. What are we waiting for, folks? I just want to get this show started. The Sun King is here. I will start this off before I introduce you to the Sun King. Sorry. That, yes, this is a kid movie, and this is coming from two adults' perspective, but we are also lifelong fans. And also, I just want to state the majority of Minecraftians out there are between 18 and 27. And with that said, we're just going to give it kind of an adult perspective. And we aren't trying to yuck anybody's yum on this movie. So with that said, I want to introduce the Sun King, my brother. Welcome to the show.
Hey, glad to be here.
Good to have you back. How you doing?
I'm good. A little perplexed by the trailer, but I'm happy to be here, man.
When did you first watch this, minute and 20-second trailer?
So I watched it the day it released, when you sent it. Also, it's called A Minecraft Movie.
Yes, A Minecraft Movie is the official title. Not Minecraft Movie, but A Minecraft Movie.
And not just Minecraft. That's so...
But yes, A.
There's a lot of... Okay. I'm very perplexed by a
Releasing April 4th, 2025, bro.
Okay. There's a lot of perplexing things about this trailer.
Let's just start here, okay?
Yeah.
You watched it 3 days ago, I believe, is when it released.
Yeah.
What was your initial honest thought of the trailer the moment it ended?
So, honest thought, it looked like a multi-million-dollar episode of Blue's Clues to me.
Okay.
I want to be constructive. Elaborate. And I'm glad you started it off by saying this is primarily a movie for kids.
Yes.
Even though Minecraft, the game's fan base is all ages. I mean,
it's for everybody. It is.
Everybody.
But the demographics show that it's primarily the bulk of players are between 18 and 27.
Yeah, which makes it even more perplexing. It makes sense to me to view it from the perspective that it's going to be a movie for kids, which is cool. But also we're living in a world where the Lego movie exists. So like the bar for kids movies is way higher than Lego trailer.
Yeah.
And that's also going after a well-loved property, I guess we could say, but without a story. Like Legos doesn't have a story, and the Lego movie was amazing.
Amazing. I love that movie. And we love Legos. I think that's why we love Minecraft. We were playing with Legos way before Minecraft existed. Just for reference, I'm almost 37 and you are
34.
34. So we're a little bit older players, but we've been playing this since our early 20s.
Early 20s, definitely. I think it came out in 2007, the game.
No, I believe 2009 and 2010 was its official, fully more developed release.
Oh, then we've been playing it pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So 19 and 20 for me. Legos. We love Legos, and yeah, that's a big part of why we love Minecraft. It's like a video game version of Legos. You can just stack blocks and make whatever you want and make your own narrative. And the Lego Movie was brilliant in the way that it tied the creativity and your own storytelling that you bring to Legos, beyond building like the models and things. So it's even more perplexing, this trailer.
Yes.
And the
You
direction
want
they went. I think we should. I think I want to start by saying, and just kind of, and mimicking. And this is before I read any reactions to the trailer or what people were thinking. But strange that they decided to do live action.
incorporating living actors into a CGI screen is what you mean, right?
Yes, exactly. Like,
By the way,
that's a weird choice.
1 second. Let's go over these actors real quick, okay? So
Sure.
the listeners know who's in it. So we got Jason Momoa, Jack Black, Sebastian Eugene Hansen, and Emma Myers and Danielle Brooks are the main actors featured in, or the only ones featured in this trailer that we've seen.
Right.
And they're all real life characters.
I like Jack Black. I want to say I like Jason Momoa, although I can't probably name a movie where I was.
Aquaman?
Aquaman was. I don't know. I just didn't like Aquaman as a character, and his movie was okay. I guess he has two movies. I haven't seen the second one. The first one was
Game of Thrones. He was in Game of Thrones.
Yep. So he was great in Game of Thrones.
Khal Drogo.
Khal Drogo. He was good in Game of Thrones to me.
What about Dune?
Dune, yeah, Dune was great. He was good in Dune. So yeah,
he's been good some movies. He's a solid actor.
I like Danielle Brooks too. She was in the Peacekeeper series from DC too. It's another superhero property, but that was really fun.
Okay, The Color Purple. I know that she's huge in that reprised role from the Broadway adaptation, I guess.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Turned to film, and then she's also been in The Piano Lesson, I guess, back in 2022, and also you mentioned this while we were talking before, The Orange Is the New Black, so also another solid actress right there.
Great cast. Like I don't think anybody's gonna knock the cast.
Yeah, you got Emma Myers, who plays in Wednesday, the TV series that's pretty popular.
Oh, I never saw that, but
a couple others I'm not familiar with, like The Family Switch, a Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and then Sebastian Eugene Hansen. I'll just throw these out there so people are familiar. I guess was in the Avengers series, nice. Captain America, also The Winter Soldier in 2014, and I, Tonya, and Fresh was the most recent besides Minecraft.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, great cast, and I won't begrudge anyone for wanting to be in like a huge and popular franchise. I mean,
No. I mean,
but still just perplexed by the direction that they took for this story.
You mentioned something prior to recording this that you're on the side with, I would say, the majority of this should have been made purely animated.
Yes. Oh my
use these actors, these great actors, as the voices for the animated characters, right?
Exactly. And why not? I mean, Minecraft has such a distinct style that and also prior to recording, I mentioned the best movie to ever use live action and animation together, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, that's an older movie. For you listeners, go online and type in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and it's a great movie. It truly is well made. They incorporated real set with hand drawn, right?
Yeah, hand drawn
cartoon characters in it, and it was well made for its time, like beyond its time.
Oh, very well made. It still holds up today. Great. I think it's the high watermark. It's the best example of how to do that properly. And especially when we're in an era of big epic, sci-fi movies and superhero movies where I think everyone is just getting too much of real actors with the computer graphic backgrounds, where it's spaceships crashing behind real actors and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
think we're just all a little
I think
bored.
Star Wars started all that.
It did, but I mean, even the original Star Wars movies were like hand painted backgrounds.
Yeah, they were.
And things, and they worked really well. Or even 2001: A Space Odyssey. A lot of the fake computer graphics in that movie, and that's from the 70s, is hand painted and
Or
beautiful.
even Alien, the real actual set.
Oh yeah, they built a real set. But then that brings us back to also a point I made before we started the pod. Why a Minecraft movie in general? It's such a unique and distinct looking world of block pieces and block characters. It would be so difficult to build a set that looked good.
A real set, you mean?
A real tactile,
physical.
Physical set. But also, so you'd have to animate it. But also, even in this trailer, they didn't animate it in the style of the video game.
No, and I've read comments saying that this looks like it's been ran through an AI filter.
Yes.
This movie. Like, honestly, I have AI through my Twitter account, right? I pay for that. And I have played with it. And I have generated Minecraft themed images just to play around. I'm against AI to an extent.
Yes.
But anyways, I like to play around with it. It's kind of fun, right? But yes, it does. It looks like what AI would spit out.
Yes, I mean it looks like. I've had friends of mine who've seen the trailer mention that it looks like Minecraft with mods or the RTX filter on, like the hyper detailed.
Yes. Yeah, it does. It does look like the RTX filter. But except for the thing is, I have seen so many people, like independent, I'll call them artists because that's what they are. These people making trailers and full movies over Minecraft stories that they developed themselves on their own computers that look phenomenal in comparison to what I've seen portrayed in this trailer. And I don't want to I'm just giving an honest opinion about what I think on the trailer. And anyways, go ahead, Sam. I want to hear more from you.
Yeah, no, your opinion's going to mirror mine. I mean, just us talking earlier, but I can't help but think about the Lego movie and how much fun they got out of treating Legos like Legos. You know what I mean? Like the physical limitations of that in the movie made some of the best jokes, like just the fact that like crazy glue to hold Legos together was like the big weapon. Was Legos, but also like really funny.
So creative.
And so them going with this completely different style than the video game and also including live actors, like robs, I think, a lot of the fun and funny jokes they could have gotten out of just like going with the style of the game and the limitations of the game. And like how in the Java edition crafting, you have to put certain items in specific order and have that crafting recipe on hand, like you could have so much fun with that. Or, and I don't know what they're going to do with the movie. This is like a 1 minute and 20-second trailer.
Yeah. Somewhere around that. And that's the thing with trailers, right? You don't get the full breadth of it. It's obviously supposed to give you a taste of it, which if that's the taste it's giving, it's not going to be a good movie, in my opinion, because, okay, let me get into it here for a second, okay? I want to kind of voice my opinion a wee bit. And like I said, I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. I'm still super excited to watch this. I think it's going to be, maybe it's just me hoping that it's going to be better than than what this trailer's portraying.
Well,
But
I think they have people's money. People are going to watch this regardless.
yeah, and that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And that's sad. And like you said also before we start talking right now, that this just appears to be a big cash grab by Warner Bros. And Microsoft. Because this is an open-ended game. There is no story until you put your own emphasis on it in the game. And they have taken this open world concept and reduced it to, I don't know, this, I can't even put into words. I'm kind of just perplexed. The sheep don't look like sheep. No, they look squarish, but why do they have this distorted, weird face that looks like something from Nightmares? And the llama is like chewing on grass is something that makes me just disgusted. Like
weird.
And the
well, and
it's a disturbing trailer, and from what I saw, the dialogue of the trailer is very poor, like poorly written. Like I don't know the actor's name or the character's name. Honestly, I don't know their names off the top of my head yet, but the girl goes, "What a tool bag." And like you said before the show, where are we back in 1999 or 2001? What a tool bag. And what is going? I love Jack Black. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Great.
He's great. I love Tenacious D. Amazing. But why is he Steve? What is he doing? It looks like they didn't even change his beard. Like what was the hair and style department? Did they have one? Did they have a costume department? Like, because I know Jason Momoa's character is supposed to be a garbage man, I guess, like Garrett the garbage man. But it looks like he's literally wearing people's assortment of clothes that he's found out dumpsters as he's doing his job. Even the wig. Like, the wig looks horrendous. I don't get what's going on there. Like, I could address these characters better.
You brought up earlier, and this is a point that I made, and I'm not the type of person that likes things to fail or like to hate things.
I don't either, especially something I love so much. I mean, I have a podcast over this game I cherish.
Exactly. But I did get the happiest feeling I got out of this trailer was that it looks to be a bad movie, because I was cynical when they announced that they were making a Minecraft movie. I didn't understand why.
Yeah, why is that?
Other than there is such a large fan base that they knew they could make money from us, the fans. And that's my cynical side, because the game is your own story. You make the story up. You build your world. You make the stories within the world. You create your own lore. That's a big part of your podcast is, that headcanon and providing your own idea of like with the legends and the stories in the world that you have or with your friends while you're playing the game. So when they even announced that they were going to make a movie years ago, I was super cynical of why, just what story are you going to tell?
But that brings me to something. And I just learned this morning. You knew this, it sounds like, but I didn't know this. What was it? I read on crack.com an article that was released right after this trailer that Rob McElhenney, right? Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Mac from It's Always Sunny,
Okay, Rob McElhenney, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rob McElhenney from It's Always Sunny, isn't he the creator of it?
Yes, him and Glenn Howerton and Charlie Day.
Oh, great show. Great show, but we aren't talking about that. But I didn't realize till I read that Cracked article that Rob McElhenney was going to be the one that directed, produced it, or pretty much had the project in his hands 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I would like to read a couple quotes from that article if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me find this. He said this on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. And this is from crack.com, but here's a quote on him talking about, quote, "I'm comfortable talking about because F them. I'm bleeping that out myself. He says the full word, but F them at this point, end quote. He goes on to say, quote, I thought one of the greatest assets of Minecraft is that it didn't have a fixed narrative, that it was an open world experience, end quote. He explains, quote, and that all you were essentially given were the building blocks to do what you want, end quote. And that's what he said to the Happy Sad podcast, or Happy Sad Confused podcast. What do you think? I am not a fan of Jared Hess. I never have been. Napoleon Dynamite, I thought was horrible. I thought Nacho Libre. I think I saw that with you, bro. Like, did we watch that together? Because I remember I walked out of the theater.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we watched that.
We walked out. Like, that was, I thought, one of the worst movies ever created. I know some people love it, but I absolutely thought it was trash. And
yeah, I don't think I hated it as much as you, but I think our main criticism of his style of movies is that in lieu of like jokes that with punchlines, it's more like characters look funny and dress funny and talk funny.
And so that's why it looks like
and it's
Jack Black rolled out bed and came onto the set of Minecraft and acted like
or the
homeless
wig,
Steve.
Or the wig, or the wig, or the pink jacket, or like the Daniel Brooks wearing a tracksuit.
Yeah,
I think those are supposed to be funny just in themselves, which I don't like that type of humor because it seems to be like, look, this person is wearing a funny costume without there being a joke.
Which, I don't care about that.
No, because I think to a degree, it's kind of mean-spirited to be like, hey, someone dresses funny. You look at, isn't that funny? Where I like jokes. Like, I think you should set up punchline, tell a funny joke, make us laugh.
Jokes
rather
have
than,
a little bit
hey,
more wit.
Look, this guy's eating a bean burrito or something. Isn't that funny to me?
No.
And that's my opinion. I mean, obviously, those movies are super popular. But I think that's why I don't like those as much, is because they just are silly for silly. Like, let's laugh at this person rather than this person's making a funny joke.
And obviously, you and I pretty much have the same tastes when it comes to stuff. So we're going to agree a lot with this. And again, I'll keep saying this. Sorry to you Jared Hess fans out there. But I just don't like his movies personally. I don't.
Yes, those are,
and I don't think he was a good fit to create a Minecraft movie. I think Rob McElhenney would have been much better. It felt like he got the concept of the movie, like he understood what was going on. He played it with his kid while he was growing up. He knew what the game was. And I read in there, he makes a great point. Minecraft gives you the ability to release that energy of always being controlled in your day-to-day life. Like what he said, children are told what to do all the time by their parents. In school, do your homework, go to bed at this time. Adults, the same, but by our bosses, and always a routine to attend to. But Minecraft, that all goes out the window when you log in and open up your world. You have full creative rights, and it felt like Rob McElhenney got that.
Agreed.
Jared Hess? No. What, dude? Go write some other indie film.
Well,
make a Napoleon Dynamite 2. Everybody's doing sequels. Go do another.
I agree that and he mirrored sort of our opinion on like the Lego Movie got that. But also I think with what I said earlier, where his sense of humor, this director's sense of humor seems to be like, let's laugh at the person who's,
but you're taking away from the movie,
the way he's acting. And I think like nerd culture, quote unquote, or like liking video games, liking comic books, liking superheroes and stuff like that is popular now, but it's still pretty divisive. Like people that like Minecraft unabashedly. Yes. Not everyone does. So sometimes that opinion is derided or can be made fun of. So I think this person as a director doing this Minecraft movie and with this sense of humor sort of being like, hey, look at this guy's wearing a pink jacket. Isn't that funny? In this day and age, it's not to me. Like No,
Not to us.
and people get to dress how they want, and that shouldn't be something that's in itself a punchline or a joke.
No,
It
I don't
should
think it
be
should be.
it should be reverential of the game. Like, people that love the game for the reasons that they do, and we're not ashamed of it. Just as anybody loves, sports or whatever. It shouldn't be that in itself shouldn't be the punchline. It should have been reverence towards the game and the creativity behind the game, like the Lego movie. I just think there's so many funny things that fans would also like if you're coming from a place where it's I love the game, but isn't this part about the game funny? Like, isn't this funny that you can jump off of a mountain, and as long as you have a bucket of water, you can land safely? Which they might make that joke. This is just a trailer, but
Yeah, we don't know everything. This might be amazing. Who knows?
I mean, that'd be a pretty hard swerve to make, but like, I hope it is. But this is just based on the director's prior movies and things, where I'm like, he just has a style. What he finds funny and what I don't think is funny is that, like, and seeing the characters with their sort of like gaudy outfits, like the tracksuit or the pink.
And literally
jacket.
walking around, you can tell it's a stage set with just you could tell that they just had a backdrop of green and the floor was green. And there was just them showing up to a set. I don't even know why they shot it in New Zealand. That doesn't make sense. They could have had that all shot in Hollywood, couldn't they? Like,
probably cheaper, but
you think it was cheaper to fly across the world?
New Zealand is very movie friendly. I mean, after Lord of the Rings,
I get that, man, but come on, I could have shot that if you gave me a green screen by myself in my studio, like, if I had the right computer.
That brings up your earlier point. There's so many good Minecraft fan movies on YouTube.
Sam, I watched an amazing hour-long one. I wish I had their name, but it was amazing. A full movie that somebody made with a small team and put together professionally, and I was stunned.
Yeah, you need to send me that link, by the way. You mentioned this earlier before we started recording. But
I have a couple people I'm going to send you to. There's one that makes trailers over like GTA or Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out, but they made it into a Minecraft trailer. And it's just amazing what people are doing. There's so many more creative people out there independently than there is at Warner Brothers or in Hollywood, period. Like, it's just a money scheme, like you said earlier. It makes no it was just a money scheme.
But that also brings it all back to like how this trailer makes it seem so limited in what the game actually is. Like, piglins, okay, but a village that's very stock and looks like a village. I mean, it doesn't look like the game, of course.
It looks cartoonish.
It looks
like that opening scene, right? When it shows a landscape and it shows like 5 different villages. That's not like that. You don't see that many villages.
No, but it also doesn't reference, which, a trailer is supposed to show the highlights and the best parts of the movie to get people to watch it.
Okay, so, let's go over that.
Exactly. So
I want to name one.
Okay, go on.
No, actually, let's keep on going on about the set. Keep on going about the scenery. I felt like you were going somewhere with that. And then I'll move on to the creeper.
I think yes. Oh my goodness, furry creeper. But if you hop on YouTube and you just look up what people have built in the game of Minecraft, you will see things that will blow your mind. People made the game of Minecraft in the game of Minecraft.
I know,
using redstone. So, like a playable version of the game of Minecraft within the game of Minecraft. So it really is, again, perplexing to me that this is just the overworld as stock, and they're not showing like Jack Black as Steve. From what I can gather from the trailer, has been there a long time, because, like you said, he just looks like he's got a beard and long hair, and he just looks like Jack Black.
Yeah, it's Jack Black with not even the appropriate blue shirt. Is he wearing a turtleneck with a with a shirt over it. What is he wearing?
So confused. But
And I'm sorry. He doesn't fit Steve, the character. I don't even care if it's supposed to be like, oh, this is Steve when he's 55.
sure, you can
No,
do
I don't care. It looks like just, hey, Jack, it looks like Warner Brothers just said, hey, Jack, can you come on the set and just fill in this role for a couple hours and shoot this in a day? And then we'll pay you, I don't know, $1 million.
yeah, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, absolutely.
Sure,
Why
man.
not? And I don't blame him.
I don't either. I'm not upset with Jack Black or any of the actors. I'm more upset with whoever wrote this and created it.
Agreed. But still, like, if we're assuming that Steve has been in the overworld for that long or whatever, trapped in a video game, or I don't know how they're going to do that. But why aren't they showing off all of the cool stuff he's built? You know, because if you put, like, we've been on our Minecraft worlds you've been on yours for over a year now.
Going on 2.
And the
You
stuff
as well.
and we have amazing, cool kingdoms and entire villages and just all this wild and fun stuff, but none of that's shown.
Yeah,
in the trailer.
If these people like Jason Momoa, all these others showed up into my realm, they would have been like apprehended right off. First of all, it would have been my world. Like there would have been a rail system everywhere. Like I would have been going if I had been spending that much time. Like poor trap Steve real life Steve got sucked in. Which, by the way, that's a new portal. If you noticed, right, the blue one.
I did notice, and that's the best part of the trailer. I think.
Yeah, that links people to the real world, to the world of Minecraft, and that's cool. But so Jack Black Steve got sucked in there. From what I've read, he was, and I don't know if this is accurate, but from what I've read, the synopsis or the backstory on Jack Black's character Steve in this movie is like he was I think a lonely kid. He had was bullied, blah, blah, blah. And he wanted to always go into these mines in town. And then when he got a little bit older, I think he had a bad day and he eventually went to the mine and got sucked into that portal. And he's been there ever since, I guess, just kind of like that episode of Rick and Morty, that guy being stuck in dreamland
right.
But no, Jack Black is, I guess, just been in there. And then all of a sudden, this group years later, after the said Jack Black goes into Minecraft, these people have their own personal problems and somehow all mesh up as a group and get sucked into the portal as well.
Sure.
And then they all cut to the scene where they walk into the overworld making dumb looks. And where am I?
Makes sense.
It makes sense. But bro, I know I'm really dogging on this movie, and I didn't want to do this in this episode, but I honestly can't really say anything based off what I saw in the trailer. I can't really give any positive comments on it.
No,
I want to move to the animals. Tell me,
what
do you think of the pink sheep and the llamas that we've seen?
Before that, I just want to say really quickly to your prior point. If you come into my Minecraft world really quickly, I built a stone depot with a tunnel that leads directly to my kingdom. From the origin point, when you come in, you're popping up safe and sound in my world that I built, and it's safe. And I've only been at it for a little over a year, same as you. So getting that out of the way, if he's been there for years, he has not been playing the game like most people have. So
he hasn't been doing it correctly. I hope he has his own New York City somewhere back there.
I would hope. I mean, if you've been there for years and years, then man, you need to get playing, dude.
I'm the Dark Lord. You know me. If I was, let's say the Dark Lord is in this movie, come into my game.
That's what I'm saying.
It's an authoritarian empire that stretches thousands of blocks with about 35 cities. So,
and you're having very little danger if you pop up in the Sun King's realm. If you come to Farthia, You're popping up safe and sound. You can walk right into my kingdom. I'll give you torches. I'll give you iron armor. I'll set you up. You're ready to go, and then we'll go have fun. But yeah, if if he's been trapped in the overworld for that long, he has not been playing the game very well, in my opinion.
No, he hasn't. And I don't think he's going to get much help with this sad group because
Yeah.
they can't even dress themselves, let alone figure out how to craft things, which I know I was about to go on to the sheep and llamas, but since I said crafting things, that brings me to another point in this trailer where Jason Momoa is at the crafting table and I don't know what he's doing. I had to look online after watching the trailer like 3 times. I was like, what the heck did he just craft? What are these two metal things with a chain connecting them?
That was someone that I am friends with that watched the trailer brought this to my attention too, because I guess I was more upset by the CGI backgrounds that did not look like the game.
Yeah, it looks
an item you can craft.
bad.
It's not an item you can craft.
No, and that was a real object, like a tactile object, a physical object. Why didn't they make it like a real bucket?
It's so weird. Like the choices they made are so strange. It's not just have him make a bucket.
Hey, quick shout out to Zetterstrand. The Wander, the painting, is in that room behind Jason Momoa. If you pause that trailer right when he's like throwing his arms up after those stupid buckets appear on the crafting table, you can pause it and you can zoom in and you'll see the Wander right there. I remember when I was interviewing Zetterstrand, if he knew if any of his paintings were going to be in there. Well, he reposted that. So he didn't even know, but I bet he's happy about that. I am for him.
I'm happy.
Shout out to Zetterstrand for at least they got one of his paintings in there. Probably the best thing in that movie so far, but
extremely talented artist. Good for him. They should have hired him to be the art director for this movie.
No kidding. But you were saying, what did your friend say about the buckets?
They brought to my attention that 2 buckets attached by chains is just not an item you can craft. So
no, it's not. It doesn't. I didn't know what it was. I thought they were like handcuffs, like these huge, like medieval like handcuffs or something. He was making. And then when I zoomed in, I was pausing the trailer this morning because I wanted to look at the crafting table, and I was like, "What are these little Monopoly pieces? Like the iron bars are the size of like 2 inches." Like 3, maybe 4 inches long. Like what?
Another strange thing. And also a thing that I noticed was when Steve is introduced, Steve. They seem to be standing on some sort of tower or something that was constructed by Steve, it seems like. And
with zombies?
No, the set where
yeah, but the fire. You know the fire behind him?
Oh yeah, the fire didn't look great. But
those are zombies. Vaporizing.
Oh
yeah, if you slow down the trailer, you'll see body forms in the flames. Barely.
I didn't.
And they're vaporizing. They cut the way they made the trailer is they cut to that scene right as the flames were evaporating and the zombies. You have to stop it in order to see it. Otherwise, you can't. A Twitter posted that, and I thanked him for it because I would have never saw that.
No, I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, so they're up on, like what you said, looks like a tower Steve made, but obviously it's not that well torched or protected because 2 zombies just vaporized in the daylight behind him when he was introduced. I'm Steve.
And that's what was odd to me is that the set that they were on, the actors, the blocks that Jason Momoa was sitting on, and this is what I noticed, those looked pretty good, and they looked like Minecraft wood blocks. But then when you see the CGI overworld, it doesn't look at all like the game. And even when the young actor grabs the wood block, that's so small.
Like a quarter?
Like just also doesn't look like the game.
No, not at all. I mean, which I get. They were trying to make it. I think they were giving it some artistic spin to it, but I don't know why. And they went way too far.
That's what's confusing.
Because that little tree block in between, like the gap of the tree, it just floating there, which is cool. It's cool. They almost got the concept, right? They almost had it, except for, like you said, it doesn't look that small.
No, and that just brings it all back around. Like for us that have played the game for years and for who this movie is made for. Because someone that's never played Minecraft is not going to see a Minecraft movie. We are.
I well,
So
see, this is something I read. I have not looked at the YouTube Warner Brothers trailer and see the dislike ratio yet. But as of yesterday, last night before I went to bed, I think there was like 400, maybe 500,000 likes, thumbs up
okay.
on that trailer, but closer to 750,000 dislikes. So it's like overwhelmingly unpopular right now. Like no one likes this trailer. No one. I take that back. I take that back. There's people that are excited to see it, and I know that doesn't sound like I am. I am. I'm still excited to see this, and I will see it just for the sake of reporting on it for my podcast. But I am actually interested in seeing this because it's almost like a train wreck. I got to now.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier, like I said, I'm not a person that wants something to fail or I want to see something that I want to just dunk on or hate on.
No, I
But
don't want to hate this.
but
That's what's
also
upsetting about this.
but that's what is my overly cynical side has always been saying there unless you have the best idea to make a Minecraft movie, you just shouldn't. The game stands on its own. The narratives that us, the players, build within those games are the funnest that you can have within the game of Minecraft. So
I
unless
think,
you are coming at it from like Rob McElhenney sounded like he had a great idea,
yeah,
but it's just to me seems so obvious that they just want the fan base to pay them money to come and see a movie.
it's a
And
fast way to
not
make money for Warner Brothers and Microsoft. It's
exactly,
sad.
but it's not. I mean, and that's the way it goes. But it should have been like the Lego Movie. Here, I have a great idea for a movie. It just happens to be about Minecraft, rather than, hey, Minecraft's really popular. Let's make a movie, which is what they seem to have done. They know
Yeah,
that we love the game. They know that we'll pay to see it.
and they know people will go see it because they've been invested in the game for so long. And even if it is the worst movie ever made, like people will go see it and they will make money off this.
Oh yeah, we have a whole generation of obviously we didn't, but we had, now it's been around so long. There's whole generations of people and young adults and adults that have grown up playing
And
Minecraft.
have kids that are playing it now.
Exactly.
And
So they
yes,
know
and
that.
it's an amazing game that has been defamed by this movie.
I mean, yeah, already the
It's
trailer is
I'm just going to go ahead. I'll give it a thumbs down just based off the trailer. 100%.
oh, big thumbs down from me.
Big thumbs down. And I am going to go see it. But because it looks like a train wreck and I feel like I need to because I've been playing this game for so long and I love the game. But I will say this, and from what I've read, I'm pretty sure, and from what anybody can tell, I'm pretty sure Mojang didn't have anything to do with this film. I think it was Microsoft and the studio that created it.
Which I mean, probably. We know that the
It doesn't look like Mojang had any input because they
I
didn't even know
mean,
how to get a block right. So I
well,
don't.
we know that the big blockbuster movies now are they have to make money. Like we just you can read any number of articles about that sort of
Mhm.
economic system, but the money
Not
that
that's right.
no, but it's not movies not are not blockbusters especially are not necessarily looked at, and I'm not trying to make a pun blockbuster, but
Mm.
they're looked at primarily as investments. So, you have a lot of people pumping a bunch of money into a movie and they want their return on investment. So,
Mhm.
so that means 100 opinions get put into the creative vision that maybe one person had. And it can make a mess. It can make a giant mess. And
Yeah.
scenes like
I
this,
read that there's been about 40 writers that have helped contribute to this movie. Then they haven't been listed yet. That's been kind of a thing.
which I mean, for the listeners and just for a reference, Minecraft was made by one person, right?
Well, I'm sure there was a team, but the vision of it was, originally
Yeah.
Notch, aka Marcus Person.
Right. And think about like Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien. One vision created this epic narrative. Stephen King, like think of any famous writer or any, beloved thing, is the more people you add to it, and that's not concrete, but if you add 40 people in a room, it's going to be a mishmash of
Well,
all
and
sorts
see,
of
I
stuff.
didn't. Well, bro, like it mentioned on this Cracked article, 40 different writers, but this movie's been in development or in the thoughts of Hollywood for 10 years.
10 years.
10 years, and this is what you make with how many millions? And it's mostly computer. So why didn't you get this right?
That's what's the most difficult, is that I don't think that with 40 writers and a team of artists and everything working on it, I don't
All the resources in the world.
I think that's why, like, I think the people that put money into it wanted their return on investment, and those were probably the people that didn't understand the game.
No, it's quite clear that most of the people that were uh, mainly in charge of constructing the plot to this and just in general, the bones of it, it doesn't look like they played Minecraft before. Maybe they read about. I don't know.
I think they knew that it's really popular, but I think the same thing. There's no way that they have actually played the game and understand the reasons why it's fun and why people love it so much.
I want to let's talk about the Creeper. I'm disturbed by this
Okay.
because I'm a big fan of the Creeper. I really am. I know people hate him because he blows you up, but that's one thing I like about the game is the Creeper and its sporadicness and it creeping up on you and blowing you to pieces. Bring some to the game, and it's also a glitched pig that became Minecraft's the face of Minecraft. And you turned it into a plush toy on the big screen.
Why is it furry?
And cuddly.
Why?
I've been doing so much research over the Creeper since I started this podcast. It should have at least been made out of leaves. Like, I don't get the fur.
The fur doesn't make any sense.
Again, I tried having AI replicate the Creeper, and that's how it looks. Exactly with the fur.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, and I have a pink sheep. I have a wolf.
I have a pink sheep too.
Yeah, they don't. The design choices are odd, to say the least. The trees. Why are there different sized blocks on the trees? I was telling you earlier before we started recording. I watched the trailer a couple times this morning just in preparation for this. And I noticed in the background, the trees have smaller wood blocks around them. It's weird.
I don't get it. And honestly, I didn't catch that, bro. I need to go back and look at that because I want to see what you're talking about. Like
you
that,
should. But also,
I believe you.
again, like, not to just keep harping on the Lego movie because it's such a good movie, but all of the pieces in the Lego movie are real Lego pieces that you can find and purchase and play with. So it's just even more perplexing, again, that with the Lego movie existing and being so true to the toy and to the property of Lego, that they made this and they decided just to not include the things that were in the game or popular in the game or how they look in the game.
They didn't depict it very well at all. And I do want to say this because from when I've talked to people through Twitter, online, it sounds like this isn't based off solely Minecraft vanilla. It looks like we're getting a mix of legends and dungeons coming in here, from what I understand, which you and I are not familiar with, which is our
No,
fault. I've never played them.
I'm not
So
opposed to
excuse
that
my
either.
ignorance of that.
Right. And I'm not opposed to that either. You mentioned
Me
that to
neither.
me
I'm
before
not
we
either.
started recording. But again, taking those ideas is fine and smart, I think, but not having them in the style of the game is what's weird to me. You know, like
What do you
you're
think of the piglins?
I'm think it's strange that they're running around the overworld and are somehow organized and they have gassed balloons, which would be cool if they put that in the game after
They
this.
look cool. And actually, I guess that is a thing from Legends. I think they can,
Okay.
they have like, they, they use gas as mules essentially, or blimps, I
That's
guess.
that's really cool lore. I didn't know that.
I
But
don't either. I didn't either.
again, having them as like organized overworld villains is strange when we have illagers and
I
raids.
know. I was expecting an illager army. Why? I mean, it was such an easy plot setup.
And they have raids. And have zombie piglins, sure. Like that happened in my village. I told you a few weeks ago I constructed a portal to the nether and I did it
Mhm.
in the heart of my kingdom and luckily there wasn't an outbreak, but
Yeah, we talked about that on the show last time.
we did. Yes, listen to that episode, folks.
Yeah, go back to the last discussion we had and listen to that, because you almost had a zombie apocalypse break out in
Oh,
your kingdom.
uh,
But go ahead. Where were you going with that?
well, I just in general, that me building that portal in the heart of Farthia and having an almost zombie outbreak is more thrilling than any idea I think in the trailer. You know, that excitement and rush and just little bit of storytelling that happened because I built something where I shouldn't have and it was all my choice
Mhm.
is exciting and fun. So to have to like bend the narrative to bend the mechanics of the game to fit whatever narrative they're going for with piglin armies and organized piglins as the villain is so it's just baffling
It's
choices. It's strange.
I'm
Illagers are already an organized enemy of peaceful villages. We know that.
Yes.
So go with that, you know, or have the zombie piglins, you know, as a mob type. Or you know, where are the skeleton archers? You know, where's the giant spiders? Why aren't we
I
seeing the
for,
overworld monsters?
from what I understand, all those will be in the movie. Will be seen. I think we will see every overworld mob. I believe I read that somewhere.
Well,
Fact
that
check
makes
me, listeners. But the trailer just didn't have them in them
well, and
because,
that makes sense, and that's fine. But why aren't those the main villain types for the overworld as opposed to piglins? And
I don't get it.
I'm
I could have came up like I was telling Gaia Divine, my girlfriend. Why didn't we write this movie, or anybody else out there that's a huge Minecraft fan? Anybody could have came up with a more
exactly.
solid plot than what is portrayed in this trailer.
And
And
there's enough mobs. Like it's just strange to me. Yes, the character should absolutely go to the Nether. The Ender Dragon should absolutely be the
the
final
end is
villain.
not in this movie, by the way.
We don't know, do we?
We do know that it will not be in this movie. The Nether's
Ooh,
portrayed, but the end is not, and I'm guessing that's going to be for a sequel.
ugh, great.
Yeah,
But
no, that's my honest opinion. I even voiced that on Twitter because people were
right.
complaining there's no end, and they feel like, honestly, and Mojang and Minecraft altogether neglects the end in the game when it comes to updates. So they were upset that there's no end in this movie, or that's what has been said or heard, rumored, I should say. And I
Great.
said I commented to somebody saying, I bet this will be for a sequel.
Great. Uh, but it's just there's enough regular mobs in danger of the overworld that the piglins invading the overworld is unnecessary and strange. You should have the characters go to the Nether, of course. And you should have the piglins there, of course. And all of the mobs in the Nether are terrifying and creepy, and Enderman and all of that. You should include that in the Nether, where they sort of belong. And again, like you said, I don't know Legends or Dungeons.
Exactly. I think we're missing something, bro. Huh? I think we're missing something because we haven't played those spin-off games.
Okay, yeah, and you know,
which again, I guess is our fault, but honestly, yeah, I think this is just 100% personal opinion, but if I was making a Minecraft movie, I would have just based it off the Minecraft vanilla. Sorry, but that's just me.
Agreed. Well, and I'm not opposed, and it is, again, our personal opinion, and we have not played those games, so I'm missing a lot of the lore and things. So maybe that is a big thing that's included with organized piglin armies in the overworld.
That's a big debate with me, though. I don't feel like Minecraft, because I have read enough about it and talked to people, that it's not canon to the vanilla. They're two separate. They're separate. Legends technically doesn't mean fiction. It's a legend. Yes. And Dungeons is something altogether different. So, and they're both story modes. Like, it's not open world, these games. So that's probably why Hollywood went with that, incorporating Dungeons and Legends, mixing it in with vanilla, because they have no creativity. They have to have some structure to go with. And they're like, oh, here's a video game with already a storyline. Let's throw it and mix it all together. You know?
Which, again...
But which is great. Like, this is, like I said, I'm probably stepping on so many toes out there, but that's just not my taste.
And same. I like the vanilla game best, obviously, because I haven't played those other ones. And like I said, that's fine if that's what they wanted to do. But I think you just have enough in the vanilla game, mob-wise, to not have to go with piglins as your main. I understand that they're more cinematic and creepy and like,
oh yeah, the graphics are so much better and more realistic in those two spin-offs.
Yes, but
like a regular video,
the main enemy type is just odd to me. It's baffling choices. Like I'm just confused. I think
I would have thought Pillagers would have made so much better of a storyline. It just that's why I'm incorporating in my story. For all you listeners out there, for the Halloween special, I am basing it 100% on Minecraft vanilla, and it incorporates villagers and illagers. Illagers and villagers. No piglins in that one.
I mean, piglins are fun. But,
oh, they are. Maybe one day I'll write something about that, but
just... as a main villain to showcase in your first trailer for the movie is just weird to me.
I get that they wanted to incorporate Nether because the Nether is so action-packed. I could see like Hollywood could do so much with Nether-based beans. You know what I mean? They just, I'm sure they probably did. They probably did a whole bunch of testing on some audience, and it was probably the piglins that got the highest ratings out of all the mobs. It was probably like, oh man, we put them in there,
Sure, but again, you have zombies going on, you have giant spiders, you have skeleton archers riding giant spiders.
And you got chicken jockeys.
Yeah, chicken jockeys. Yeah, so much cool stuff that's in the overworld.
You got witches. You got evokers with the pillagers. Why? That would have been awesome. The
underwater temples.
Yes.
Like you have illagers. We've mentioned over and over. You just have so many cool mobs in the overworld. Save the piglins for the Nether. The piglins should be in there for sure. I agree with that. But to have them be the main mob villain that's showcased in the trailer is just strange.
But honestly, I do believe that the reason the piglins are in this movie is because the crossover from Legends or Dungeons, one of those two. I don't know, but I'm about 100% sure that's why they are the main plot, because I think that is part of the plot storyline in Legends from what somebody was describing to me. So I don't know. bro. I guess we need to do a little studying up on Legends because we've been doing a lot of
Yeah.
bad talking over this trailer, and maybe we're just not in our element, you
And
know.
speculation. Yeah, we're speculating a lot, but
And we're
that's sort of
older
the flavor of the
players,
episode.
you know. Like I don't want to be that guy that's not for change and stuff. I mean, I love, but just genuinely, it just looks cheap. I hate green screen, the mixture of real humans and then digital,
Agreed.
just in a digital environment. It looks like crap.
It does not look good at all. And again, listeners, if you haven't watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you'll see the best mixture of animation and live action that's ever been put into a movie. And this just looks cheap in comparison.
It does, and they spent millions,
I
and
stand
it
by
looks
my
cheap.
earlier statement. It looks like a multi-million-dollar episode of Blue's Clues. And I don't want to knock Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues is great because they do
Yeah.
all that on a very small budget, and it's great and it's amazing, and they play to their style. This
What I'm
just
hope what I'm hoping for this movie, because obviously it's not going to be for us, even though we're going to watch it, but I hope that the younger crowd really loves it. Maybe I hope the kids out there, and like from 5 to 10 years old, love it, or 13, whatever. I don't
oh
know
yeah.
what this is, what demographic this is for. Honestly, what age group? Like I can't tell.
I can't either, but I agree. I think it's going to just wind up being probably some children's favorite movie, probably growing up,
I
which
know,
is
and we
which is
just
good.
dogged it.
Well,
Sorry.
this is
But I can also tell you there's a lot of parents out there saying that are going to be saying in the theater, like, why the hell is Jason Momoa dressed like that? Like he just fell into a garbage can.
well, and, and again, I think uh, Lego movie. An
Yeah,
adult can watch it and a kid can watch it, and both can really love it and find something fun in it. I hope that
exactly.
this is that, and that it has, humor that everyone can enjoy, and it's not something that adults have to tolerate while kids love. Because I think the
I
best children's movies are something that adults can watch and love, and kids can watch and love, like Pixar. I mean,
no, I agree 100%, and that's what I was hoping for in this, but I didn't see anything that an adult would like in this.
I didn't either, and I love Pixar movies. I still watch
I do
Pixar
too.
movies when they come out. I mean,
Same. I
they're
love
quality movies.
I do too. I like good quality, but this just doesn't. There was nothing that drew me in.
No, I watched it and I immediately didn't like it. I will say this though, putting a Beatles song in it was cool.
I
Music
guess
was
I'm not
cool.
even a big Beatles fan. Sorry for you Beatles fans out there, but that did nothing for me.
I like
I'm not a
Beatles.
Beatles fan. I love rock and roll, but that's just not my style.
Yeah,
It isn't.
and you know what? This trailer is not my style either. I really wanted a Minecraft movie that was in the style of Minecraft and had all of my favorite, not even all of my favorite elements, but just the idea of creation and making your own story should have been more at the forefront of this trailer.
They would have done a better job if they would have just had a contest and had the best script written by whoever out there win and go with that. Because I don't
Or
know. I've
again,
been disenfranchised from Hollywood for over a decade, ever since they polluted the market with so much Marvel crap that I don't like spin-offs anymore. I don't like duplicates, and I don't like the cash grab movies that they produced right here. Like I just it takes away from the artistic value of it. It desecrates this game in a way to me.
right. Well,
That it's don't make this into a parody. Like you said, if that's his goal to cast the only living actors in this movie as a joke just through their costumes, then I'm not for that humor like you.
yeah,
I the digital effects, they don't look good for Minecraft. It could probably be great for a different type movie. I'm not knocking the studio that did the digitization of it and Well, the graphics, I'm sure they do a great job, but it didn't fit this. It didn't fit this. The animals look too quirky. They look like a fever dream. I don't know what else to say it. Like it just looks weird.
Yeah, well, I think they're also just missing the fundamental aspect of Minecraft, which is like the sheep. The sheep's personality in Minecraft is its non-personality. Like
Exactly.
and so them adding like a funny face to it, or like the llama chewing is
Too
is a
much.
fine joke that they went with, but it misses the point of the game, which is the non-personality of the sheep can be its own joke. Like that's funny to us Minecraft players. Like we know the chicken is the chicken, but making it look funny or like doing a gag with it, I don't think they're doing it with. They're not. They're doing it in bad faith. It's not.
Yeah,
They're
no,
trying
that's
to
a good
make
word.
a funny cartoon rather than playing with the tools that are there, which are inherently fun. Like in the Java edition, the crafting recipe thing, like I mentioned, can be a funny joke. Like, not being able to make something simple, even though you have all the materials, you're just not putting them in the right order to craft them, would be funny to me because it's a joke from the game. It's something that players have been frustrated with and ran up against. But yeah, I think just to go with like, hey, look, Jason Momoa is wearing a wig. Isn't that funny? Is not funny to me.
Well, at least put a wig on that looks like it belongs on his head.
Well, and like I said, that given the prior movies that this director has made, that might be something that he thinks is funny.
I'm sorry,
but
I could have made a better Steve, and I have red hair and a beard.
yeah, I mean, at least give him the haircut and the facial hair. I think
what was that? Could they
bar.
not interrupt Jack Black's facial hair? Did he have another role he was doing? Like, I don't get that. Like, why couldn't you give him a goatee?
Give him
Steve
a goatee,
has a goatee.
Yeah, I mean,
Steve doesn't wear a turtleneck.
It's all very confusing. I think a lot of people
have long
that
hair.
too. Even people who are optimistic about it, I think. Well, and I don't know, but I think people who are optimistic about the movie are probably optimistic that the trailer isn't showcasing what the movie will be. I think everyone's thinking the movie is going to be better than this trailer. But
that is a sad thing because usually, even if it's a bad movie, the trailer's always good,
Yeah.
So what does that tell me is that this movie doesn't have hope.
Well, and that's the thing. Like the trailer is usually the best scenes and coolest moments from the movie. I'll say the worst trailers are the trailers that give away the coolest parts of a movie.
Yeah, I agree.
And if this is just giving us the most mediocre parts of the movie and they're saving all the good stuff for the movie, that's a weird choice to make. Or they showed us the funniest and best things they could think of from the movie in the trailer, which doesn't give me a lot of hope.
Would be very sad. Maybe they have really bad marketers and that's just how they designed the trailer, and maybe the movie's phenomenal. Maybe they just have a horrible marketing team that doesn't know how to put together a trailer.
Well, and I do know that there are entirely different studios that cut together trailers. Usually, the director
did a horrible job.
I mean, but or these were sort of the funniest and best parts of the movie that they wanted to show everybody.
And it's just a bad movie.
And
it really didn't take them, I don't think, long to make this. If it was just a few months, like 4 or 5 months.
Well, I mean,
actually act it out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for the CG or for the CG artists that had to work on this and put it together, and I'm sure they put a lot of love into it, and they made the best and it looks good for what they were going
told to do.
Yeah, and in the vision that they were working under. but it doesn't look like Minecraft.
They didn't. Whoever the
And
visionist was, didn't have the correct vision.
right, and like I said, I've know that the CG artists put in the most work on this movie because it's going to be 95% that and 5%
And that's why I don't
famous
like it.
actors standing around on
Like
green
you.
screen. Yeah,
Like you said, Blue's Clues all the way, bro.
yeah. Blues, which hey,
Hey, his name was Steve, wasn't it?
I think his name was Steve.
His name was Steve in Blue's
Hey.
Clues. Hey, why didn't we just get the director of Blue's Clues
Oh, that would have been a way better movie.
and just did it that route? And we
Would have
didn't
been a
need
way better movie.
Jared Hess.
Yeah, he already knows how to work with a green screen. He knows how to work with a character named Steve.
We could have used Steve, brought him out of retirement.
Ah, that guy is so
He
cool.
would have looked more like Steve than Jack Black.
He would have. And that dude's beloved by generations of
He is.
now adults. I mean, you know,
It would have been. We just solved it.
we
Call
just solved it.
Warner Bros. Call whoever made Blue's Clues in the 90s and get him to make
Get
the
him
next
out of
Minecraft.
retirement. Get Steve out of retirement. Give him some more money, and let's.
And even throw in Blues. Throw in Blues.
Why not? Throw in
Yeah,
Blue.
throw in old Blue's Clues. He could be running around the background of the movie. It would probably add.
Absolutely.
Make him the wolf.
Oh, that'd be great.
There
And
you
look,
go.
you could have spent a fraction of the money. Just make a 2-hour episode of
And you
Blues.
could have shot down a basement. Not in New
They shot
Zealand.
it on a studio that's already built because they're still doing Blues Clues. People love it.
Exactly. And I saw somebody crack the joke like, why is Jason Momoa dressed like Dora the Explorer?
Yeah, see, just make a Dora the Explorer movie with Jason Momoa. I'd watch that 100 times over.
Okay, bro. Let's wrap this show up. I want to end it with this. Simple. Let's what would you rate this show? Let's give it a rating system. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, for the trailer, thumbs down.
I give it 2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. Minecraft characters don't have thumbs, so I'm gonna give it two arms down.
2 arms down
Yeah,
and a head down solemnly
yeah, solemnly head
from
down.
clicking my emote here. And
Really wanted this to be cool, and I'm really disappointed. But
and I have a cubic tear running down my character's face.
exactly. I'm gonna get on Minecraft and craft a real bucket now, just to make myself feel better.
I will send you a real Minecraft movie that True Artist made, the one I
Please.
saw, and I'll send you some like those GTA clips and stuff that real like our great Minecraft community makes out there. Like, because there's real artists out there, and they could have made a movie, and they are.
Oh,
So they are. Like,
Hey, then that's
the community will fix this. The community will make the proper movie,
absolutely, and
it'll be free.
This has been just our opinions. So
It
if you're
is.
excited to see the movie, go see the movie. We're gonna see it for sure. But
We are going to see it. I hope kids love it. I
Hope
hope
kids-
people get something out of it, and I hope the movie's better than the trailer. I really do. I hate,
Agreed.
like you said, Sam, bro. I hate feeling this way towards it. I do, but I have to
Agreed.
express myself.
Agreed.
I would be lying if I said this is going to be great. This is what everything, my hopes and everything were for the Minecraft movie that's been in production for or talked about for 10 years, but it's not. It simply isn't.
And hey, listeners, you know, if you're young and you're excited to see it, like I said, go see it. If your kids are excited to see it and you want to take your kids, go see it. But movies are expensive these days.
Yeah.
You can always save a little money and just hop on YouTube and like you said, bro, watch some good user created Minecraft fan made movies that are really high quality and really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm talking about high quality, like what FTX filters, like, but they use lighting and everything appropriately to come through, like the woods and just light filters, everything. Like it looks great, but it's not hyper realistic. It's still a block world.
Whole block world. So maybe save a little cash for next spring, I think you said.
April
And
4th, 2025.
yeah, so next spring, maybe say you can save a little money and just watch some good quality user made movies on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I was so negative about this trailer, people. I just had to be honest about my opinion, and this is an opinion piece episode. So
Yeah,
sorry, but
same,
not sorry.
same. Sorry. Hope again. We I think we both hope it's really good.
I do too. And we'll find out on April 4th, bro. And I'm sure we'll have an episode out right after that.
Yep, we'll give another opinion piece.
And I do want to wrap this up, but I would be amiss to say I am excited for the Netflix fully animated Minecraft series that we don't know hardly anything about. But I have a feeling that will be good whenever it comes out. We don't know.
No, don't know, but the teaser that you sent me looked really cool. So
It does. And from what I've read, I wish I should have taken some notes before this episode, but this was pretty much just an opinion piece episode, but so I didn't. But I guess the studio, like the people that do the digital art for that, is just fantastic. And then I always love Netflix. You know, like I know that people have their opinions on that too, but I have good faith that the Netflix series, I think that's going to be good. Just a feeling. Just a feeling.
We need it, so hopefully it's great.
Yeah, we need a phoenix to rise from the ashes of a Minecraft movie.
We really do. What a weird title, a Minecraft movie. Okay,
I know I like the title.
no, just every choice is so strange to me. Okay,
It is. But with that said, let's wrap up this show. Sun King, brother, thank you so much for voicing your opinion today, coming back. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
of course, Dark Lord. I'm always happy to hop on and record an episode with you. And yeah, glad to share my opinion. Again, it's an opinion, listeners.
Just an opinion, listeners. Sorry.
If you loved it, not trying to, really not trying to yuck your yum, like the Dark Lord said. If you enjoyed it, don't want to take anything away. Please enjoy the movie. I hope it's great for you. If you love the trailer, don't listen to us.
Don't listen to us. I should have started the show off like,
yeah.
If you love the trailer, don't listen to this episode. But
don't.
I'll put that in the show description.
There we go. Yeah, because don't want to knock anyone that loves it. If you love what you love,
it's all subjective. So yes, if you love it, sorry. If you hate it, send me your hate mail to realmnews@gmail.com or reach me at bio.link/realmnews, all undercase. And with that said, bro, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll be seeing you all out there this Thursday.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a great rest of your day and happy crafting. See you, bro.
See ya.